You're watching Inside Automotive with Shyann Malone.
Hi everyone, I'm Shyann Malone. From her dealership's business today to successfully navigating the challenges of a male-dominated industry, today we'll explore a few of the factors shaping the retail automotive landscape and how Ashlee Church, General Manager of Volkswagen out of Marion, Illinois, is what she's doing at work to navigate through all of this. Welcome, and Ashlee, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here, Shyann.
Glad to have you. So it's a question that I feel like we ask often, but not often enough, if this makes sense. So you're a female in a male-dominated industry. How's that working? And, you know, obviously you've had some great, strong success. What are your secrets?
Oh, man. First and foremost, I try and do everything that I do with an ethical outlook and perspective of being transparent, whether that's with our clients or with our customers. In my role as general manager, the last statistics that I saw showed a 3% female in the general manager role.
Wow.
So obviously 97% men. When I graduated from the NADA Dealer Academy back in 2017, I was one of only 2 women in our class. So it definitely is a long-standing male-dominated field for a lot of different reasons. A lot of dealers encourage their sons to go in the business, but not a lot of dealers encourage their daughters to go in the business. So I'm excited to be part of that transformation. And I hope that this is the generation of women in the car business where we actually want our daughters to, take over and be in the car business as well. So my grandfather started our company back in the 70s. He was a Buick salesperson and got a Buick dealership. He retired from the business in 2012, and my mom and her 2 brothers bought him out. My mom is our dealer principal, and I'm our general manager. So not only am I a general manager and female in the role, but also we have a female dealer principal as well. So the 2 together as a duo, both female, general manager and dealer principal, we are one of the few duos in the country.
I'm sure, if not the only. That's awesome. When you think back at it, was it something you always wanted to do? Obviously it's in your family, or did you have other dreams and then somehow land here?
I never wanted to be in the car business long term. So
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
I was 14. My mom said, you need to play sports or you need to go to work. And I am one of the most uncoordinated people that you will ever meet. So I went to work in the dealership, filing service ROs in the service department, did receptionist work, parts inventory. And throughout all of high school and college, and even through my master's program, I was able to work in the dealership in all departments. But my family gives a 10-year service plaque, and I never wanted a 10-year service plaque from my family's company. And at 9 years and 7 months, with my MBA, I left for what I thought would be forever, only to come to find out later that about 1.5 years to 2 years later, I would come back and we would start pursuing Volkswagen for a new open point. And as they say, the rest is history.
And how is history panning out for you? I mean, moving forward, business looking good? Your market?
It is. We just met with our VW reps for our annual planning meetings today, and we consistently outperform our dealer sales index with VW. We're up into the 70s with that. So anyone who knows dealer sales index, 0 is expected performance. So we have always outperformed our market here in Southern Illinois, and we enthusiastically spread the VW love. And we are 10 years into a new open point. We opened in 2014. I was our first employee, and been building a team and have a lot of great clients who have supported us over the years, and a lot of great customer retention. And we've just continued to build on that. And every year we see an increase in the number of vehicles in operation in our area, and we continue to grow our market share.
Speaking of increase in number of vehicles, EVs, what's the outlook there?
Well, I tell you, I cannot wait for the ID Buzz. I am so excited about it. I have a 1970s model VW Bug or a VW Bus, and I have for a long time wanted a VW bus, just tool around in. So I'm so excited to see that. We've got the ID4 electric SUV right now. Our dealership is heavily invested in EV. We not only sell EVs, but also service them. And additionally, it's optional with VW, but we're also a battery repair facility, which required additional investment and training. And so not only can we work on the vehicles, but we can also work on the batteries as well, and have invested in facility and equipment and also training within our team and our staff to grow that part of the market. And we are in a rural community. We're in Southern Illinois, so electrical infrastructure hasn't grown at the pace that we've seen products coming from our manufacturers. So I look forward to the future where that continues to expand. And I do think that there's going to be some regionality in terms of the adoption with EVs and how quickly that happens based on, charging infrastructure. But I do think that there is a place for it in the market. My personal opinion is I don't ever see the internal combustion engine going away completely. But I think that the two can live in happy matrimony somehow.
Do you feel like the consumer in your area is, jumping on the bandwagon?
We have sold most of the EVs that we've been allocated by the manufacturer. I've got a couple on the lot right now. We have a lot of takers who ordered them from the manufacturer. And we have a lot of people, especially with this ID buzz that's coming, which is the bus version of the ID4 or the bus version of the electric vehicle for VW. I have heard more people say, if there's anything that's ever going to get me in an electric vehicle, it's going to be a VW bus. So it'll be really interesting to see how the market adopts that. And really, we are still a newer brand in our market. We're the newest brand in Southern Illinois. We've been here 10 years now. But really, the curve with adoption of EVs, I really see it mirroring very similarly to just the adoption of Volkswagen in our market. When we opened, we had less than 200 vehicles in operation, and we have grown that business steadily. And, at first, some people were like, Volkswagen, I'm not too sure. And then we had the early adopters. And then as more and more people started driving VWs and saw them with their friends and neighbors, more and more clients started adopting. So I do think that that will happen over time. So right now, I would say that we're seeing the early adopters, and we haven't got to mass market yet.
Interesting. You said something that caught my attention. You said only 3% of women are GMs, in the industry as a whole. What changes need to be done so we can, draw in more females, and not only in the sales and service or sales side as well, but the service side, technicians, managers, high-level management?
There's all kinds of things we can talk about. The industry talks a lot about flexibility, about working hours, and those kind of things. And it's just more tailored to a man than a woman. I don't necessarily believe that is the case. I think that there are a lot of women who are breadwinners for their family, and automotive is full of opportunity. I actually have women in every single department in our dealership. We're 50% women on the sales floor, 50% women on the executive leadership team at the family level. And we have women in the service department, parts department, and detail department as well. So marketing and admin. So every department in the dealership. And I think that for us to see more women leaders, first and foremost, we have to see more diversity in the other rungs of our organization, because being a diverse organization is not just having women at the top, it's also having a strong network within the entire organization. So I think that over time we need to hire, recruit, train. But back to why women don't consider automotive as a potential career. There was a study that was done that actually showed everyone assumes that women don't want to come into the industry because the hours or flexibility, but actually the number one reason in that survey that women had said that they were apprehensive about a career in automotive dealership is the unattractive work environment. And that can mean all kinds of things. That can mean that they don't want to take advantage of customers. It can be that they don't want to tell a customer one thing on the phone and then another when they get into the dealership. And I think that it really starts with having an organization that at its core believes in the value of a customer and believes in the value of customer retention and employee retention. And I think that when you have a really great organization like that, women are just more attracted to working in it in the first place.
Well said, I will say myself. Ashlee Church, General Manager of Volkswagen of Marion, Illinois. Thanks so much for joining us, and thank all of you for watching Inside Automotive. We're now streaming on Roku and Apple TV as well.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Shyann Malone.